Tomorrow is my last day on Whole30. Today was day 29. And I started to finish the meal plan for Whole30. The last 2 days of Whole30. I've been eating leftovers and making do and working with it on the fly. But the idea is that if I have these meal plans already written out, I already know I like this, I already know I can eat this, it will take less of the decision fatigue out of the situation so that I'm not stressed out about what am I going to eat. Let me find something. Do I have time to put it together? Do I have all the right ingredients in the grocery store? I'm running out of this. I need more of that. So I think obviously I need to plan better, but I think that part of my issues is that I have piled too much stuff on myself, and I feel like I'm constantly scrambling. I feel like it's too much, and then I'm rushing to one thing after the next and not really being able to take care of the details I really want to, because I'm always in a rush to the next thing. I would have loved to go to bed early tonight, but I realized my son needed a costume for his presentation, and he's going to be Major Taylor for his presentation, and he has to wear a cyclist uniform. So, are there cyclist uniforms for 5-year-olds? So I had to jump on Amazon and with a hope and a prayer and figure something out that will be delivered to me on time enough to try a few things, see what fits him, and put together an outfit in some type of resemblance of an ancient bicycler. I miss the days when you could just grab an Easter suit and have him do the speech. Anyhow, I try to pick a few things that he can use outside of the performance. I got him some, they didn't really have, they have biker cycling shorts, but I got one pair, and then I got a swim shorts pair because he goes to swim class, so it looks like cycling shorts because they got biker shorts, so he can probably fake that out and wear that. Well, then I went down this rabbit hole of, well, I need some sweaters, and I need a new bra, and then it's like, oh Lord, you shopping. Took care of the baby first. I finished that transaction, closed out, and then I came back and said, you know what? You need some sweaters. This is my favorite sweatshirt, and it is falling apart. Got a hole in it, so I'm gonna have to retire this soon. So I got another lavender purple sweater for $6.82. So let's see what quality that's gonna be. We'll see how long it lasts. I was curious. $6 sweater. Let's see if I get it. But we'll see. I got more than I got a sweater from 2 different places, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to stay optimistic. I remember during the pandemic, so I got suckered into trying to buy some toilet paper from Amazon, and somebody was charging $30 for toilet paper that never came. I was so mad. I was like, damn it. I paid way too much, and then it didn't show up. And I think, actually, no, I complained. It did show up, but when it showed up, it wasn't toilet paper. It was like weird. It had no toilet paper rolls in the center. And so they were mashed down, and it was like, I don't think I could use it on my toilet paper roll dispenser. It was just weird. So I was like, I don't even know how to can I use it? No, but there was, so I made 2 orders. So I had that weird one that showed up, and then there was one that I paid a lot of money that never showed up. So I do remember that. It was that whole toilet paper scandal during the pandemic was horrible. Anyway, food, right? So I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do in terms of my vegan meal plan, but I was like, I want to at least finish the Whole30 meal plan before I try to figure out the vegan meal plan. So, and I was supposed to get groceries today, but I wanted to get the meal plan right so that I can pick up the ingredients for the groceries. But I had 2 meetings, and I was trying to get all this stuff done, and I didn't even get a chance to detox my hair. And I needed to take my son to the park because he was sitting up in this house too long, and the sun was shining. I was like, I gotta take my baby outside. So we went out to the park. So it just didn't happen. It just didn't get done. I didn't get a chance to work out, but I'm sore from the jogging. My inner thighs are sore. I said, I didn't know my inner thighs could get sore from jogging. That's a new one for me, but I guess maybe I'm quad strong because I go upstairs every day, and so maybe the fast running was working new muscles, and it activated something, because I was definitely sore, which is a good sign because my legs are sore from running, so that's good. I didn't do any of the exercises today. I will try tomorrow. I got a big presentation with a group project on Tuesday. Darius' presentation is on Wednesday. His birthday is the week after next. It's just, I think I'm singing a song. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. I'm trying to figure out. And so I'm not trying to add anything extra to my load. Even in my mastermind meeting, I was just like, I can't add anything else. There's a lot of things I gotta do for my mom. I think this week I gotta go with her to the attorney's office, and I have to go to the AT&T store with her again, and it's just, and my check engine light came back on again. I'm not going back to them damn people no more. They're trash. I've been going back and forth to Concord for 3 weeks. And as soon as I take it home, the light comes back on with something else. I'm just like, if y'all would just do a thorough check and find out all the problems and just let me know, I ain't coming back and forth. And I'm not even going to call them, because they're going to go, bring it back in. And then they're slow. They don't work on my car. My car's just sitting there for a whole day, and then I lose a whole day of not having my car. So I'm done with them. I spent way too much money to not have my car still working properly, and it's just very annoying. And I don't want to be putting out a horrible review for them, because if I can't find anybody else and I gotta go back, then what, right? Because it's a specialty place for my type of car, and there's not that many of those here. So it's just annoying. So I'm gonna try to find another mechanic. The original mechanic I wanted to go to Alameda, they're always booked up, and so I have to wait so far in advance just to get an appointment. And that's why I ended up calling a second person just to see if I can get in sooner, and that's what led me to this place in Concord. So I'm just gonna go back to the original people that I was gonna have to wait for in the first place, and have them work on my shit. Tired of this. I was really annoyed about that today when that check engine light came back on again. But I'll call them tomorrow. The original mechanics I was supposed to go to, that's closer to where I live, and they're not a specialist for my brand car, but they are specialists for German cars, so that will be good enough. So mad about that. It's just like, too many things. Too many things. I just happened to run into a live that I found that from Chibs, or I can never say his last name. It's this black Australian guy, and he's a meditation teacher, and he focuses on stress management. And he had these lists of self-care check-in needs and some basic things of noticing your physiological state, and realizing, hey, you may need something. You may need to sit down. You may need to connect with somebody. You may need to eat. You may need to sleep. And all these things to help you get back into your state of well-being. And I'm just now learning, hey, you got too much shit going on. You need to shave some of this shit down. Keep shaving it down. You can no longer function this way. There's too much shit going on. Don't add nothing else. Start saying no. And guess what? You need to free up your calendar. Don't squeeze in an event or an assignment in every open space available. It's just creating too much angst. I gotta slow down. So anyhow, that's all for tonight. It's probably gonna be close to midnight again. But this was a very busy day today, and I didn't get everything done. I was just overpacked with things to do and not enough time to do it. And I had to push some things into tomorrow, and we'll just get through the week. But it's I'm trying to be more careful with my time and energy for sure. I'm complete. I will see you tomorrow.